What's going on, guys? Prodigy here, and this is going to be about the most awkward situation in my entire life. Sure, there has been a lot of other awkward situations that's happened to me, but I have to crown this to be the number one so far. Sure, there might be more awkward stories in the future, but for now, this is probably the most weirdest for me. So, backstory is, it's my first year in high school. I'm a brand new freshman. I'm actually a sophomore now, by the way, but this is last year. So, you know, I'm a freshman and everything, and I have a friend, right? And he says, hey, yo, why don't you come to go in anime club? Because, you know, at the time, and even now, I still watch anime. And, you know, I'm not a weeaboo or anything, but, you know, I do like anime, and I'm like, okay, sure, why not? I can go and meet some people, or whatever, and I'll go ahead and do it. And so, pretty much, I go to anime club or whatever, and I do my shit there. And before I go and continue, this is the most awkward situation, because this is actually the time when I met my ex-girlfriend's dad. But, okay, back to the story. I need to go and tell the whole entire backstory, so you guys can go and get the entire concept on how I met this person, and the whole entire situation. So, pretty much, I'm going to anime club, and then there's this day called Anime Day, which we pretty much just go to my friend's house, and we just hang out or whatever, you know, talk, play video games, and just pretty much chill, you know, eat some Asian food. And so I'm there just chilling. It's getting around, you know, 7, 8 o'clock, and these two girls come over, and they're sisters. And so I'm just chilling with some friends or whatever, you know, we're talking a little bit. And then, I remember at one point, one of the girls came up to me, and she's like, oh, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hi, my name's James, you know, nice to meet you, and all that. And then we started talking about anime and everything, and honestly, I had a really good time. It was really nice meeting this person, and I honestly enjoyed their company. And it was cool to relate to somebody in that way, like anime and all that. And so, pretty much, I was like, okay, cool. And then I remember one time she had to go and leave, and I was like, okay, damn, that kind of sucks, you know, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to her. And she told me her name, which I'm not gonna go and say the name. I might go and add a fake name in here. Let's just go and call this person, well, we'll call her Laura, because I don't know, Laura, why not, let's just use that name. So, pretty much Laura and her sister go home, and I'm like, damn, you know, I'm never gonna go and see her again, and it's gonna be really bad or whatever. And then I just go home, and then the next day she actually adds me on Facebook, and then we start talking a little bit again, and we started talking about anime and just other stuff in general. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I live in this area, right? And then she's like, oh wait, I live there too, I live in the same neighborhood. And it turns out she lived literally like a few houses down from me. So I mean, honestly, I was like, damn, okay, we could actually meet up, and it's literally maybe like a few yards, no, not a few yards. It's literally like, I don't know, like 2 minutes away by walking, maybe even 1 minute. And so then we occasionally took walks. You know, we kind of just walked around the neighborhood and talked about stuff, and we were talking a lot on Messenger, and pretty much our conversations literally just consisted of stickers. And at this point, I honestly hate stickers, because literally we would have paragraphs full of conversations in just stickers, alright? We literally just talked in stickers, and it was just kind of like, it was kind of cringy at a point too. I remember that it was really cringy. That's why I don't really even send stickers that much anymore if I know you on like Messenger or something, because of that situation. But I really started liking this girl. You know, we always like hung out pretty much like every day, and we would, you know, walk around the neighborhood, and it was really chill. And so one day I told my friend, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go and ask her out. And people were like, dude, her dad's crazy, by the way, he's like insanely scary. And I'm like, oh wait, what? I've heard that from literally like 5 people. And I'm like, oh, come on, it can't be that bad. And so pretty much I just go and ask her out, you know, one day when we're walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, yeah, would you go out with me? And then she says, yeah. And so we ended up dating, and she puts it on Facebook. And then I remember seeing a comment on the post, and her dad's like, hell no, you're not dating her until you meet me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see this, what it looks like, his profile picture and everything. And the dude's, he's a fucking Marine, alright? She actually, I think she knows about my YouTube channel, so she might watch this now. I honestly don't know. And I'm not bad talking anybody. Like, honestly, I think he was pretty cool, you know? I've never felt so scared. Like, just by looking at somebody. But anyway, I wasn't really that scared, you know. I was a little bit hyped or whatever, you know. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and meet him. I gotta go and make a good impression and everything. It hasn't really happened to me before. Like, this is actually like one of my first girlfriends in real life. Now, I've dated somebody before that, which is a person I mentioned in another story, but this is like one of the very first legitimate ones that was like a one-on-one relationship and everything. And sure, I've dated people online in the past, but this was like the first real one in real life, other than like one other person. But so pretty much I go, you know, I got a haircut and everything because I had long hair, and I heard this guy's like a military guy, so I got hair. It still looks emo-ish, but you know, it's shorter. So pretty much, you know, I go over there. And the whole entire family's in the living room, and I just walk in and like he's like, "Hey, nice to meet you. My name is blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm James." And then you know he's like, "Sit down, sit down." And then he's like, and then we started talking a little bit, and he's like, "Okay, you know, why don't we go outside? You know, have a little chat?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, like this guy's handshake, it was firm. It was like the Hulk, all right? This dude, he could literally break your hands." And It was just really, it was really intimidating. And so pretty much we go outside and, you know, we sit in the chairs on the patio, or not the patio, just like the front entrance patio area. You know, we sit there, he pulls out a cigarette, kind of like, you know, how badasses do in movies. He's like, "So, what do you want to do with my daughter?" And I'm like, I want to protect her. He's like, "Protect her from what?" I'm like, I didn't really know what to say at that point, because I'm like, protect, I like, why? I would have sounded cool and everything, but honestly, I'm just like, I just want to like be there for her. And he's like, "Oh, I see, and then he's like, "So, what are your hobbies?" And you know, my hobbies, I don't really do much. I'm gonna be honest, I don't play sports or anything. You know, I just I play video games, Skype people, and pretty much it. You know, it's pretty much my life in a nutshell. I mean, I enjoy it, but you know, I just like, you know, I played the violin because I did play it at the time, and I make YouTube videos. And he's like, oh, cool. He's like, "So what are your grades in school?" I'm like, they're decent, you know, probably C's and B's or whatever. He's like, "Oh, okay." And it was really awkward. I was honestly shaking. Like, this dude is, I can't really picture him, but imagine this. This dude was like a military guy. Imagine like a sergeant, dude. This guy looks like he fucking beheaded ISIS members, alright? This guy looked like he would like fuck up your day. He would destroy an entire like fucking militia of people, alright? This guy, I was talking to him. And he's like a retired Marine or whatever. Yeah, it was really scary. And he's like, all right, let's go inside. And so, you know, we sit there. He's like, and then he puts on a movie. The movie is I think it's Diversity or something like that. I forgot the name of it, but it was like, I had to basically sit there with their entire family for like 2 hours watching this movie. And I mean, sure, you could be like, oh, it's not that bad, but this military dude, he literally sat like right next to me the entire time. So I wasn't focusing on my girlfriend. I was like, holy shit. I was literally about to shit myself for the entire 2 hours of watching this movie. I couldn't even really concentrate. I'm trying to concentrate on the screen, right? But I'm like, okay. And then she's trying to like hold my hands or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. But then I'm like, I'm about to shit myself here. Like, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking shit myself. And so, another thing that he mentioned, he's like, all right, you know, you're not getting any saliva on my daughter whatsoever. You're not doing anything sexual. I'm like, okay, yes sir. I'm not doing anything. Okay, nope. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of my awkwardest moment. Now, some people can argue, it's not that bad, but if you were in my shoes, meeting this guy, it was fucking scary as hell. Meeting your girlfriend's dad, you know, this guy was no wimp either. He was a fucking big dude, all right? He's probably like 3 times the size as me, like, and not fat or anything. He's fucking just a big muscular dude. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to go and leave a like down below. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And you know, if you're asking out that special someone, make sure you're prepared to go and meet her father. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker.